Elite Kayak Fishing presents In the Hunt. This episode of In the Hunt is brought to you by Dakota Lithium, Three Bells Outfitters, and National Trade Services. The EKF Championship took place on Lake George over the course of 2 days where they pulled in smallmouth and largemouth bass. First day was calm and the second day was windy and rainy. Let's see how they fared. In fifth place, Ryan Medalevich with 188.5 inches. In fourth place, Ray Morales with 178.25 inches. In third place, Nick Audi with 180.25 inches and the lunker at 20.5 inches. In second place, Todd Dyer with 181 inches. And in first place in our champion of the year, John Ferrara with 188.5 inches, lunker of 20.25. Let's take a look at our top 10 points leaders for the Angler of the Year. At rank 10, we have Kevin Amaral. At rank 9, Benjamin Bornhorst. At rank 8, Nelson DaCosta. Rank 7, Todd Dyer. Rank 6, Matthew Conan. Rank 5, Ken Wood. At rank 4, Ray Morales. Rank 3, John Ferrara. At rank 2, Nick Audi. And our Angler of the Year is Ryan Medalevich. Congratulations. Thank you for watching Elite Kayak Fishing's In the Hunt. This episode of In the Hunt is brought to you by Dakota Lithium, Three Bells Outfitters, and National Trade Services. We'll see you on the next episode.
What's up, everybody? So what is up? Yeah. You guys will find out eventually. And that guy John isn't fishing next year, right? Yeah, I'm not. Sadly enough. Nobody can take my money anymore. Says you're muted, Ken. Not on our end. Oh man. Facebook can't hear Ken. So I think Ken, if you have Facebook up, I think you gotta get out of it. No big T. Why is there an issue with Facebook? Can you guys hear me? No, it's a Joe Horgo said can't hear Ken. What is going on here, guys? I'm sorry. I really do apologize for what's going on. I have audio for everybody. Yeah, I don't like talking. All right, guys, let me try to do things on the back end here. Right. You're right, and then for some reason it's not It was working earlier, but now it's not. Holy smokes, I apologize, guys. This is very unprofessional, and it's all my fault. Yes, sir. We'll be up to par in a second here. Yeah. All right, just gonna wait for everybody to join. I sent you the link. So, hello everybody. Sorry about this. Little mess up on my half. I guess my audio went out. And just give me a couple seconds while Ken, Adam, and Torrance decide to join this one, which would be. Yeah, I sent you the StreamYard link to jump on. All right, we got Adam.
Hey, hello.
Ooh,
Can everybody hear me?
Everybody's here. All right,
Gang's all
all right,
here.
guys.
Okay.
How's that work? Can anybody hear me? We good?
Should be able to.
Yep.
John, stop holding me down.
Yo, how's it now?
I got you.
We're here. We're back.
We good? Sweet. All right. So that was John's fault.
All my fault.
All right,
Seriously.
that's
Perfect.
Dang it. Had some cool stuff and transitions and
Oh, we can't do any of that now?
uh,
We can't do any of the cool stuff now?
maybe next stream.
Oh, man. All right.
All right.
Sorry.
Well, let's get down to it then.
Yeah, I
All
guess
right.
we just jumped right into it.
Now that I made it all awkward and stuff, thanks everybody
Yeah.
for dealing with my
I remember
What's
my
that?
first live stream. Yeah. So we're here tonight. We're going to be announcing our schedule for 2024. We appreciate you all tuning in, and we apologize for the wait, but we did have to adjust a few dates already, as tends to happen during our scheduling. So you may notice that some of the locations and some of the dates may not match the cryptic riddles that we put out. You're not crazy; those have just changed. So we appreciate you all trying your best.
Sorry, don't schedule tournaments on Mother's Day.
Yes, we have now we have, I guess, a track record of scheduling over Mother's Day. And so we almost did that once again. So we had to course correct. I think it was Steve Smith who posted that as a comment. So thank you, Steve.
Thanks,
we have
Steve.
made that adjustment because we were, I think most of us were told in pretty clear terms that it was okay for 1 year, but it would not be acceptable again. So for the sake of all of our ability to continue traveling and fishing, we made the adjustment. But did we change anything else? Is there anything else we changed? And we did change the body of water as well for the first event. So the first event changed the date, body of water.
First one's the big one. That's really the only thing. We moved one back a week. That was it. The date, but not the location. So
Cool. Yeah. And I guess before we start into the schedule announcement, just a big thank you for anyone and everyone who participated and or helped with EKF this past season. It was a pretty awesome season. Big congratulations to Ryan Metalevich for Nab and Angler of the Year. And
congrats to you, John. Congrats to you. Don't congratulate yourself. I'll do it.
No, yeah, I just made a champion.
Give yourself some credit, man.
But the top 10, you guys did an awesome job, and it was the entire season for those spots. So, and looking forward to next year. You guys ready?
I need to become a sad angler first.
Yeah. There it is. There's a little bit of a delay, but it should be wrapping up. So hopefully everyone's excited. I know we are, but let us know in the comments what you think, and then we can kind of go over them. Which one we want to start with the first one? So the first event obviously is the one that changed that we mentioned. So the Great Sacandaga, that's going to be fun to say. Sacandaga Lake has been changed. Well, so we've changed the body of water. Originally, we were going to do a different New York body of water. But to avoid some conflicts with other New York events, we tried to get a location that was a little bit further away to have some respect for that, but also just thought it'd be a cool lake that we've been talking about going to for a while now. And we moved the date to May 4th. So it's a little bit earlier in the year than we were originally planning on, but it should be a really exciting new body of water to try out. So hopefully you're all excited about that one. Is there anything else we want to cover about that, or do we want to move on to the next one? And yes, Jacob, we are going back to Pennsylvania. It's been long overdue. I think we're all mostly recovered from the Wallen Paupack event. Mostly recovered. I don't know if we'll ever fully recover from some of that brainiac boat traffic that we experienced, but we get by. Yeah, all the 15-inch smallies we want. Yep. I can't hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, that one is intentional. Torrance is muted. John's muted. Mm-hmm. We're all muted.
I'm not muted.
Wow. How did I get muted?
I said
hi, everybody.
I muted it. Oh, yeah. So I muted everybody during that just in case they could hear it. Anyway. So I don't know what I was saying. I was talking about Great Sacandaga. I said it's a good lake. And then I was just saying that Wallen Paupack might actually fish better now that everybody has forward-facing sonar, or a lot of people do. Might. I don't know it very well. I don't know if we want to chance it, but you never know. But Raystown Lake, yeah, I'm excited about that, even though I'm not fishing, but I think that's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
Done a lot of research on it. It's not as well known, I guess, to people, but it looks like a fantastic lake. A lot of good videos on YouTube. And
you're talking about Raystown.
That's what I said. Yeah, I said Raystown.
Okay. Yeah, that's one that that we're excited about, but we'll see. We're trying to explore new bodies of water. That was our mission from day one, and this year for this year's schedule, we really put a lot of time in to try to get really diverse bodies of water. We know Sacandaga is not the known to have like the biggest fish, but it's another one of those events where the fish that are 17, 18 inches are going to go a long way. And so we're trying to diversify, try new places, but also the cool part of this year is we've actually started to work with some of the local areas to put on some of these events. And hopefully bring just a better overall experience. We can get into that more with some of the specific events that we're working with folks on. But in terms of the new names, like we're just hoping to kind of, just get out there, try new places. But also, in a sense, some of these places are lesser known and hopefully kind of level the playing field a bit in terms of getting away from some of the places that are frequented, some of the places that people are more, comfortable and familiar with. So kind of getting out of our comfort zone a little bit here.
And maybe less pressured.
Hey, you never know. That'd be good. All right. Do we have any questions in the chat that we should go to?
Somebody said we need to ban Ned Riggs.
Ban Ned Riggs? What?
I don't know. I don't know about that one. We'll see.
Skinimus. Nice name. Yeah, I'm sorry I jumped ahead to Raystown. I thought you had jumped ahead.
No, we were there. We were there. I just kind of
you just back. But yeah, I don't know. My old club fish Great Sacandaga, so I know it's a pretty good body of water. It's got it does have a lot of smaller fish, but mid 80s, I think we'll win it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you look historically, like most places besides the greats, like 80s is a good day, is a good bag. So I mean, I'm looking forward to it.
Steve Smith says, "Funny your captain's meetings, or he's out." I support what he's saying too. I support you, Steve. We're working on it.
GSL is not Champlain, Cayuga, or LG. Yeah. I think we knew that. But going to the same places every year is, we want to change it up a little bit. So, and if it's terrible, like a Wall and Powpack, we won't go back. Kennebec River is in Maine. We'll get to that one. That one should be a pretty cool event. So yeah, want to move on?
Yep.
Elias Kayak Fishing was asking if these dates are set in stone.
That's Gerard.
Yes.
Oh.
Yep. Yeah. These are them.
Yeah, so these are the dates for now, anyway, unless something comes up that makes us sort of change it. So the folks asking about changes to AAY, I think it's Justin asking about that. We are going to do another stream talking about some changes for next year. We're still finalizing those. We're still discussing those. We will see how that goes. So we still have a little bit of a debate going on between ourselves on some things, and then others we're just working on the wording of it and some of the specifics. So we'll be sharing that as we go. We're going to try to make our streams a little bit more regular, a little bit more consistent, to kind of help us get through the winter, but also to keep you all updated as we progress. So we've been really hard at work on a lot of things, a lot of cool things that we're really excited to announce. We just want to make sure those things are ready to announce before we do so. So still some details to iron out. All right, on to Winnipesaukee.
Yeah,
there we are. Lake Winnipesaukee. It's a familiar name. It's a slightly different time of year. I think in the past we've gone there in August. So something that I was alluding to earlier about working with folks. We're really excited to be working with the Lakes Region Tourism Bureau in New Hampshire. We had a meeting with them, Ken and I, last week, where we discussed some help getting awards locations, but also connecting with businesses in the area to provide potentially deals for anglers coming into town, but also just, opening their doors to us and getting more involved. So they're starting to hear a lot of these areas that we go to on a more regular basis are starting to become more aware of our events, the amount of anglers we bring to the area, the folks that stay, but also, that they hear good things about these kayak events. And so they really are excited to have us back. They want to keep us coming back, which is nice. It's a kind of a new thing for us to kind of have people reaching out to us or people responding to our emails. If that's how we send them, that's the thing. So it's been a really cool experience. We're hoping to have some cool, fresh things to go with our Winnipesaukee event, maybe a new awards location, etc. So we're looking forward to that one. It is going to be Winnipesaukee in July. So it's going to be our favorite boat traffic, but that's something, if you've ever been to Winnipesaukee, you're more than used to. So looking forward to that one. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Get your bag early in the morning.
I'm excited. I mean, everybody loves Winnipesaukee, and now that we're not fishing next year, we have a lot of other things that we'll announce at some point, but working with the tourism bureaus is gonna be very beneficial to what we want to do as tournament directors and things like that. So should be a fun one.
It's a good thing. We're not like one of the things we talk about a lot is we're excited to be stepping down. We never thought we would say that, stepping away from the events, but in doing that, it's because things are, it's these events are getting bigger and it's taking more for us to run them. And it's going to free up our time to do more and expand the trail even further. So that's what we're looking forward to. And to Ken's point, we have some really cool ideas in the works that I think you all be very, very happy about. We're excited about, because I know we are. One thing I guess we could mention now is that we will be returning to the New England Fishing Expo. I don't know if that's like a big announcement that we're going to make, but we will be returning there. So please, if you're planning to attend, come see us. But maybe we'll have some of those announcements and stuff to share and sort of promote at that. We'll see. I don't know. That was an impromptu announcement, so I don't know if I just spilled the beans on that or whatever. But anyway, all right. St. Lawrence River.
Okay. Yeah, going back to a different section.
Mm-hmm.
Again, like Winnipesaukee, we are working with Tourism Bureau up there in Messina, so we're going to be fishing the northern end. We don't have boundaries set yet. They'll probably be. It won't be the whole river. We'll probably set it from up north, maybe down to what was our northern boundary this year. I'm not sure, but this is also going to include. This was the big, long, goofy clue that we gave. You know what I mean? So it was St. Lawrence River, and then there was an M for Messina, and then I forget how it was, but it was the Grass River and the Racket River, which apparently are very, very good fisheries. That's what we're being told by the people up there. So those are going to be inbound. So you're going to have multiple or many miles of river to fish in three separate rivers. Guess it's great muskie fishing as well if you're into that. So yeah, it's a little different up there, I've heard. Maybe some have said the fishing is not as good. The fish are not as big, but they're plentiful. So, you might not be catching 20-inch smallies left and right. Not like anybody really did at the one we had. That was a tougher event. But still 18-inch smallies all day is pretty fun. 17, 18-inch smallies. Never a bad time. So, we're going about the same time of year. So I think it should be a good event. And, it's a community up there that is used to tournaments. They have MLF, like we're sandwiched right in between, I think, MLF and Bass. But the whole month is full of big events up there. So should be a good time.
Yeah, I think something really cool to mention about this one is we were actually approached by the town of Messina to have this event there, which was a cool experience for us. Is that to have somebody reach out to us and to hear about a place that's so angler friendly. They're, like, to Ken's point, they're used to having some big events up there. Yet we are scheduled right between the two, I believe, the two big national trails, and in their advertisement will be included in there. So we're told. So it's a really cool situation to be sort of recruited to go have an event there, and in a town that has is known for having these big events. It's just cool to have a kayak event there, and and hopefully share with all of them what our kayak events are about, but also just the community that we bring with us and to the areas and stuff. So should be a really cool time, and a great opportunity to see more of the St. Lawrence River. So
yeah, definitely.
Next one.
Kennebec River. So this is another thing. Tourism Bureau up there in Maine approached us about having an event. We've been going back every year to Messalonskee, and we kind of didn't want to do that again. So when they approached us about fishing the Kennebec, we were like, well, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. We don't know if we're going to utilize Snow Pond, but it's right there if we do. I mean, when we the Messalonskee event this year, that Friday before the tournament, me, John, and Adam went with one of the guys that works for the state there, and we went out on the Kennebec. We fished. How long did we fish? 2-3 hours?
Maybe a few hours.
Yeah.
We covered a quarter mile of the river, and we didn't catch any giants, but we caught a lot of fish. We caught a lot of smallmouth. We caught a bunch of largemouth. 15 inches, 16 inches. But again, we didn't cover much water at all. So yeah, if we do, we will probably maybe go back to Snow Pond again, because it is such a convenience for us. There are going to be some things that we need to maybe discuss with Snow Pond. Some issues that we had this year and stuff.
We're still working that stuff, but we have some other things.
Yeah. So there might be some other options for lodging and everything like that, similar to Snow Pond. We got to work out all those details, but again, it's going to be in that same area. It was 20 minutes away, the launch that we went to on the river, and it's going to be a pretty good stretch of river. I think we're going to allow the Sebasticook comes in that area, so that's going to be another option that people can fish as well. So,
and these areas aren't strong current areas.
Yeah.
So we know the Kennebec is a massive river. There's parts of it that are used in Maine for whitewater. So I know most of the time when folks hear Kennebec, they think of that. This is a super calm. There is a current, but it is a super like relaxed current, I think is the way I'd put it. And of course, we'll be keeping an eye on the conditions leading up to the event. But to Ken's point about the area we fished maybe a quarter-mile stretch, and in that quarter-mile stretch, we covered water that, you know, every type of water you can imagine. We got weeds in some parts, you got clear deep spots, you got shallow like timber to flip to. It has something for everybody in just that short stretch. So within the boundaries that we're setting, it'll be great.
Yeah, we basically covered just the shoreline, really. We didn't get out into the middle and look for anything, any structure offshore or anything like that.
Yeah. And we could have gone further, but we had to get back. So there's definitely a spot that a few spots that I want to
yeah. The guy that took us there, he actually left. He left before us because we missed we were supposed to meet him back at 3. Yeah, and we didn't get back at 3:30. So
yeah.
But a different location again, another location. So we've got 2 locations this year that Raystown and Kennebec are kind of the unknowns, but we're confident that they're going to turn out to be pretty good events. You know, the Connecticut River was the one that we had this year. Same with last year. I think it was the Connecticut River again with that unknown. But both of those events I think turned out well. So we've done the research, and I think these will turn out well as well.
Yeah, that's really well. It's very well.
It works
super well.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how the Kennebec River is won, because there's so many different. It's so diverse that like what is going to win it? The main river smallmouth guys, or the guys who fish the smaller, the shallower smallmouth stuff, or is it going to be the guys who go way back in these sloppy creeks and frog and punch for largemouth? So I mean, we saw it all. Like it's all there, which is really cool.
Yeah, I mean, that could be just that section. You know what I mean? I did see some other areas that were like that. But yeah, there's a lot of unknowns there, but it should still be a good event.
Yeah, from what I heard, that the Kennebec does have some big fish in it. One of the guys, there was a guy at the ramp when we were loading up, who was dropping his boat in, said he caught like a 6'4" on the stretch of river down a bit of ways. So I mean, they're in there. They're just like every place, you know. So I think that one's going to be fun for you guys.
It's going to be. I mean, in the short time we were there, we found fish that, were decent size, but then you could tell some of that stuff was really juicy. And if we had time to, like, we had the entire day to pick it apart.
Yeah, we had no time. I mean, like I said, 3.5 hours we spent there. If that, what did we get there? At 11?
Yeah.
No.
If anyone, I think we left at 11. I think we got there super early, like 7 or 8, and then we had to leave at 11 or 12 or something. But for folks that have seen, there's a few comments on my my Instagram page about, not to plug my Instagram, but we were fishing that day and we posted like a picture saying like scoping out some waters. If anybody did see that, and if you didn't, it's okay. But a few folks are trying to guess where it was, and that's where it was. Ken and I had found a sweet little spot with weeds up a creek that was just awesome. Like throwing a frog around, which I didn't expect to throw. All kinds of stuff, chatterbaits through the weeds. It was just a really good time. So,
and you got a smallie in there, which was surprising because it was not where you would expect a smallie to be.
No, it was very, I don't know how that smallie lost its way, but it did. But it was still fun. Like, and I think that's the type of fishing you can expect off of a river, right? Like the currents are going to bring fish into weird spots. But yeah, it was cool.
A couple questions and comments.
Yes.
People are asking for listed launches and boundaries.
I don't know about the listed launches. I mean, some people like it. I know some people don't. It is convenient. But then it puts, I don't know. I like that about kayak fishing, where you have to find your spot, you know. But I've not fished many tournaments where, you know, the launches are limited to a specific amount. So maybe it is better. I mean, I fished Cayuga for the Hobie event, and I didn't really like that because my spot was far away and I had to pedal. But you know, I don't know how I would have felt if I could have used my motor, you know? So yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's something to discuss.
I think it's going to depend on how available and how many launches there are. Like if there's a some of these are just questionable in terms of if they're open or not, then maybe we'll work with the folks in the area to release some or to get arrangements made. But we're not there yet. What?
So kind of like we did at Lake George.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So I think the boundaries and the boundary decision and the launches, the listed launches, will probably be a decision that's made hand in hand based on what we see when we're putting the boundaries together, and thankfully what we hear from the folks that we're working with that are local to the area. If it seems like it's not going to be as cut and dry as it typically is for launches, yeah, we'll maybe we'll consider providing a list of ramps. So that'll be, sometimes that's tough because we don't know that we're getting all of them, right? So we're not necessarily confident that we have a comprehensive list of the ramps, which is why we often don't do the list the ramps, or you have some of those side of the road stretches that aren't obvious. We a lot of these places that we're having events, we're not the most familiar with them either, right? So we're hearing a lot from other folks, and we're using Google Earth the way everyone else is, and so it's not always as simple as it may seem for us to provide a list of launches, but we can certainly look into it and consider it. We'll see.
Yeah, Gerard asked about boundaries. We don't have the boundaries set yet. We're quite a ways out, but we'll get that done as soon as possible.
Yeah, if there's like if you're looking to book housing early, reach out to us. We can give you a general idea of where we're going to be. That way we're not St. Lawrence River in particular, of course, is a massive river that stretches for miles. So we can give you a general idea, or maybe even like an idea of where we're considering having it like headquartered. That way you can have a general idea of where we're going to be. So we can try our best. We certainly understand the housing stuff, so we're going to try to get on that stuff as quickly as we can. This is the tough part of our year, where it's like the wrapping up of one season while being in the midst of planning for the next. So when will the dates be 100% secured?
The dates are good. The dates should be good. I don't foresee anything changing with the dates at this point. We've got permits in to everything. Even if there was a Winnipesaukee, they don't issue permits until like the beginning of the year. Same, I believe, with Pennsylvania. But I don't foresee, like, especially Winnie. We've had tournaments there before where there's been basketball tournaments going on, so it's not going to shouldn't be an issue.
We've connected with almost everybody so far.
Yeah. So, and then I was just going to answer one more question. William or Bill asked about if we were going to be in the Waterville area for the Kennebec, and I believe yes. We launched in, where did we launch? Fairfield?
Oh boy,
we launched up there? I don't know off the top of my head.
I think it was. Yeah. Maybe it wasn't Fairfield. Hinckley. We launched at Hinckley.
Hinckley, yes.
Hinckley boat launch. Yeah. So Waterville's not too far away. I know it's 3 separate sections, I believe, the river that we've been told should be in bounds for this. But we'll get all that info out soon. It won't be the Whitewater section.
Right. And there's going to be some information shared on our pages and stuff, but also the what is it? The Chamber of Commerce in that area. We're working with Mike from the Chamber of Commerce. So should be
mid-Maine bass. Mid-Maine bass.
So the entry fees, we're going to be discussing that later. But there's I don't know that the entry fees will be going up, but there are some other things we have in the works that we're excited to share, but we just don't have in a finalized enough state yet to share. If the entry fees do go up, it will not be much.
But I think we're going to get rid of Double Down. So that's why we discussed maybe raising entry fees a little bit. What are they now? 130? We talked about 150. It would not be more than 150 if we did up them. But I think we're getting rid of the double down. Participation in that kind of dropped, after that first year. So try to make it a little cheaper, more affordable for people.
Yep. All right. Championship.
Candlewood. We thought after the KBF event there a couple of years ago, there was a lot of, I don't know if you'd call it drama. There were some issues with that between KBF and the towns and everything. So we kind of thought that there was no chance that we could have a tournament there. But, we reached out and, this will be an event that has designated launches. That's a problem that is just in general on that lake. There's not many. So we'll have 2 launches up at Squance, way up north. And then there's Latins Cove down south. And then we're trying to get the Danbury launch as well, which I'm hoping they approve that, which is also down south. So that's going to be it really for that lake. So 3 launches, but it's the championship. We'll have less people. But yeah, the state was very welcoming to us. They're excited to have us there. And so that was a surprise. So I don't think we could have a regular season event there where we, put a lot of anglers out there with the limited launches, but for a championship, it's perfect. So, and it's got big fish.
Yeah, we're excited. A lot of what we did with the schedule this year for next year, is, trying to find bodies of water that play to different fishing styles. Like we're really kind of experimenting a little bit with some of these spots this season. And we're really hoping you all like it. So some of these places we may not be the most familiar with, but hopefully by the end of this event, you have a few more places. At the end of these events, you have a few more places that you want to return back to. I think that's what we're trying to do here. Really excited about it.
Yeah, we have the opportunity with kayaks to do some different lakes. Obviously there are some the really popular ones and the places that we know are amazing fisheries, that all the bass boats go to and everything. But, if we could find some stuff that's maybe not suitable for bass boat anglers, because it's not big enough or it's, I don't know, the bass boat guys love to catch, 20-pound bags, 20+ pound bags all the time, so if we can find some places that are just a little bit better suited for kayaks or I think we should fish them, or we should try anyway.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. I know everybody doesn't agree. Me, I like the fact that, it's just a tournament. It's a competition. So, I like to compete on whatever the conditions are and whatever the lakes are. I like it. But, I know some people don't. So we get it. If somebody doesn't want to fish, I don't know, Raystown or whatever. But Raystown looks really good. Like I'm bummed that we're not gonna fish. So we're gonna fish. We're gonna bring out kayaks and stuff, and we're gonna fish. But we're not gonna fish on the bodies of water that people are competing on. We don't want to be on a spot that maybe somebody else wants to fish. We don't want to burn any spots or whatever. So we'll fish some nearby locations. But I really want to fish Raystown because it looks really good.
Yeah, it looks interesting for sure.
Gerard, we don't have any rule changes that we can discuss just yet. Still working on those. Want to make sure that we have all our details in order before we share them out. I'm getting echo.
Nick thinks 75 inches to win Raystown, huh?
Where was that?
Guess? It looks. He put his predictions up.
Oh, I see.
A win's a win.
Yeah, Raystown looks so much better than 75 inches. We'll see. It's interesting. We'll see.
94 for Candlewood.
Yeah, definitely. You're definitely gonna have to put up 90s for Candlewood.
Wow. I caught one fish there. First time I fished it.
Yeah, that was the event. That was the such a weird. I had marked hundreds of bass on beds, giants, and then tournament day they had that tournament on Friday, the bass boat tournament, and all my fish were gone. Like every freaking one of them was gone. And then like Sunday, I went and fished freaking Squance Pond because I didn't have a backup plan because I had so many fish on beds. And then everybody was like, "Yeah, they were back on beds on Sunday," and I'm like, "How does that make any sense? Doesn't make any sense." but apparently they were there, so everybody's so quiet. Everybody's so quiet. It's awkward.
There's an echo, and I think it's you.
Is there an echo?
It's you.
Anytime we talk, it echoes. It's you.
Yes.
Why did you tell me that now?
It just happened.
It just started.
It's not. Oh, that's weird.
But anyways, definitely stoked that you guys are excited about this because we are too.
Definitely. All right. Any questions? And yeah, I guess we can wrap it up after that. Any other questions before we go? Angler of the Year change. We're discussing some stuff. We're not sure just yet. That's going to go along hand in hand with the rule changes. We're just not ready to share anything just yet. There may be changes. There may not be. We're not trying to be cryptic. We just don't have any idea just yet.
Yeah, we have a ton of things in the works right now. Obviously, it's only November, the beginning of November. But we are meeting regularly, trying to dial in some really cool things that we got planned for you guys. We're definitely going to be around a lot, all the boat launches and stuff for next year, trying to film you guys as possible. So if you guys do see us around, just prepare yourself. We want to take some cool, photos and videos, get cool content of you guys, because ultimately this trail is about you guys. And we're stoked on it.
Yeah. Next year should be really cool. Gerard asked about rule changes. That'll be it for another podcast. I don't think
I already answered
we
that.
talked about it. What?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I said we're not ready to share anything yet. We're working on the details still.
I thought that was something else.
You get to hear it twice, or we do.
Sorry. This is a terrible podcast.
Can't blame me anymore.
It's just a bad guest.
Possum Kingdom, no. Double dip with bass would be cool. Yeah, we're gonna. 6th event next year. It's gonna be at Possum Kingdom down Texas. What won it last time? 212 inches or something like that. No.
I have no idea, but it was crazy.
Wasn't it something like that? 100 plus each day.
Yeah,
209.
Yeah. Where was that?
Possum Kingdom.
Possum Kingdom.
Oh, that's a real place. I thought he was joking.
Jeez, yeah, we'd love to double dip with bass, but they'd have to come up here. They'd have to come up to the Northeast for us to do that. We'll see.
They're coming, right? Aren't they coming? Not up to the Northeast though. Are they? Where are they coming? Did they announce days yet?
I think,
bass?
They did.
They going to Susky again? They're doing Susky.
I thought I posted it. Yeah, they posted it. They posted their whole schedule.
All right, I think we're good.
So, any last questions? Holy smokes. Alex Miller said 209.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, 2-day event. That's crazy. You won't get that up here. Well, maybe at Wall and Popback. That's it.
All right. We good?
Gentlemen. All right, guys.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Next time
be on the lookout because we do have some more streams coming along with some other announcements and rule changes and so on and so forth. So looking forward to talking to you guys.
Thanks for showing up.
Thanks, everybody.
Sweet. See ya.